morning, everybody. Shannon Robnett with the Real Estate Rundown. But I just wanted to talk with you as far as, what we're really looking at. I see people being divided into two camps, and we're going to keep politics out of this. I see people divided into the positive and the negative camp. And this doesn't really have to do with whether or not you believe that this is going to be bad or this is going to be good, or this is overblown by the media, whether you believe any of this. It has to do with your mindset. And I've made several videos, several points throughout the last couple of weeks talking about your mindset and reminding you that you have control of what you think. And I want to start out your Monday with an episode about your control. I want you to understand that you can look at it as a good thing or a bad thing. The guy that cut you off in traffic, how do you find that to be a good thing? Well, it depends on how you control your emotions. Are you going to let that upset you, or are you just going to let it go? And I know that that's a very simple example, and I know that a lot of us are facing a lot of uncertainty right now, and we're faced with some pretty monumental decisions and some pretty crazy stuff that's happening. There's a stimulus package that's being sorted out. I did receive my own 800 plus page copy of it over the weekend. I've been trying to chew through it. It's a lot. I got to tell you, I like to read, but not like this. Not like this. But at the end of the day, guys, there's a lot you can do to be in your own head and make sure that you are looking at what you can do. As a father, as a husband, as a business person, as a landlord, as a tenant, I fit into a lot of those categories. All of those that I named. I need to take my place in each category and make sure that what I'm projecting as a tenant is positive. What I'm projecting as a landlord is positive. It really doesn't matter how you interpret the facts, whether you think that we're going to have a really hard time with this coronavirus, or whether this is just another N1H1, H1N1, whatever it was, swine flu, bird flu. It really does not matter what you think the outcome is. It really matters how you deal with that and what you say about that and how you act about that. Because you are being watched by everybody. You're being watched by your fellow employees, your employer, you as the employee, or you as the employer, your children, your spouse, your neighbors. Everybody is watching you, and everybody is looking for comfort. Everybody is looking for somebody that can stand up and say, it's going to be okay. I used to read a lot when I was in junior high, World War II stories. Some reason, 30 years ago, it seemed more relevant, even though it's just as relevant today. But when you look at some of the things that we as humans have been through in history, World War II was pretty up there as far as what was going on, how many people died, what kind of situations we lived in. But the American people kept a positive attitude as a whole because they focused on what they could control. Everybody was on rations. Everybody was, war bonds were being sold. Everything that was going on was all generated toward a positive mindset, toward a we can beat the enemy mindset. And I guess I would like to ask all of you to kind of take on that World War II mentality, the mentality of my grandparents, and look at what can we do to beat this coronavirus. And I'm going to tell you what you can do. A positive mindset, saying hello to your neighbor, being friendly to the person at the drive-thru, because they're just as scared as you are. They are coming in contact with hundreds of people every day, handing out their coffee or their whatever they've stopped by to get. They're worried. Your healthcare workers are worried. Everybody's worried, and they're just looking for a kind word. They're just looking for somebody to say, it's going to be okay. The outcome will be as good as the outcome will be. Are there ways to improve that? Of course there are. Let's leave politics aside. There are ways to improve every situation. That's why hindsight is always 20/20. But I want you guys to walk out through your day, your week, your month with that positive mindset that is set on infecting everybody with your positive attitude instead of a negative ho-hum, the world is going to end. Because at the end of the day, people need your positivity. So stay positive, people. Get out there and be positive. It can't get across from you to the next person without you giving them that smile, giving them that wink, giving them that, I don't know how in the world this is going to go down, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, but I know that I can be positive. My kids are looking at me and they're going, Dad, what's going to happen? I'm telling them I don't know, but I'm telling them we will be fine. How will I know that we will be fine? Because I've lived through a lot of really crazy stuff. I've lived through things that I never thought I would physically live through. And I've come out okay. I've come out damaged. I've come out beat up. I've come out broke. I've come out with surgeries and pins and plates, but I've come out. So keep that positive mindset, guys. Don't lose that. Don't let that be taken away. In fact, turn it around and be that positivity for somebody else. Shannon Robnett with the Real Estate Rundown. Have a fabulous week, guys.